Okay guys, hello. Today we're going to learn how to create an object in Java. And for that, the first thing that we have to do is come here and create a class. And we're going to call this class vehicle. Okay? And this class is not going to have a main method because we're going to use another class to run this method. For now, we're going to just create an object, right? We're going to create a class vehicle, and then from that class we're going to create an object. Okay, so we have this class here. Now we're going to declare some properties of that particular car, right? So a car has a property called color, right? Well, first, brand, right? It also has a property called color, right? So we have to think about the things that a car possesses, right? All the properties that a car has. What else does a car have? A car can have maybe a year. Okay, maybe a year. What else? And a car can have a price, right? And we're going to use this double because a price is a decimal, right? So we have 4 properties of a car. We can have more, but for now we're going to have 4. Okay? So now we're going to create a constructor. A constructor is what basically constructs the object, right? And it has the same name as the class, right? So the constructor is going to have a brand. The constructor is going to have the constructor is going to have a color. Okay, a constructor is going to have a year. And a constructor is going to have a price. Okay, this constructor. Because when we create the object, then we're going to have these properties here. All right, so let me put this public in front of this. All right, so basically what we're doing here is creating a car, a vehicle, right? I could have named this class car, but I just named it vehicle. It's the same thing. It's just a matter of opinion. Now we have the same name here, right? We have the same name here. So we have to make this equal this, okay? Because these are the properties that we're gonna use when we create the object. So what we have to do is just put this, and the reason why we use this is because they have the same name, right? Brand and brand. If I put something like branding, then I don't have to use this. But this is what makes the difference between this and this, right? Is what makes a difference. So what this does is, this is the property of this class, which is this one. This is just the parameter of this constructor. Okay? So this brand equals brand, right? This color equals color. So we say this brand equals this brand. This color equals this color. This year equals year. And this price equals price. Okay? So now we have equal this properties to this parameters here in this constructor. Now we have to construct now to make is the getters and setters, which is the methods that we're gonna use to set the values and get the values from this class when we use this in the other class that has the main method. Okay, so we're going to create a getter and a setter for every single property. So for the first one, let's begin with the setter and then the getter. Let's create the setter for the brand, and then the getter for the brand, the setter for the color, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have this public. Okay, the setter doesn't return anything, and then we say set brand. We're gonna pass a value, okay, and the value is gonna be brand, right? And then we say this brand equals brand. You see, it's almost the same as this one, right? Now we're gonna do the getter. So we're gonna return with the getter a string because the brand is a string, and we're gonna say get brand, right? We don't pass anything because we are returning. Now when we return that, we say return brand, right? Okay, so we return this brand, right? When we call this method, we're gonna set a value, okay? We're gonna put the brand inside. When we call this method, we're gonna get the value, okay? And we're gonna return the value, right? We're gonna do the same thing for the color. Same thing, right? Now we do the getter, and the value is a string, the color is a string, so we return a string. Right? Now we do the setter for the year. We pass the year, which is an integer. And let's say this year equals year, right? And we said just set the getter now, returning an integer, right? And then we get the year. We don't pass anything, and then we return that year, right? And now we do the same with the price. It's a little monotonous, but this is the way it is. There's a simple way to do it, just generating the getters and the setters, but I just want to teach you guys how to create this manually so you don't forget. Okay, so public, and then we say void set price. We pass the price, it's a double, and we say this price equals price, right? And now we set the getter. So public double, returning a double, right? So get price, we don't pass anything, and then we return this.price. Okay, simple, right? So this is like the skeleton of that object. Okay, we're creating an object here that has 4 properties: brand, color, year, and price, right? And then we are setting the values for each property and getting the values of each property. Okay, now we're going to create another class, and now we're going to call this class let's say vehicle test, right? This one, because we're going to test if this object works. So this class is going to have the main method because we're running the class, we're running this application from this class, from the vehicle test. Okay, so we're going to have this class here. So now we're going to create the object. How do you create an object in Java? Okay, so we can just put the name of the class, the name of the object, and then using the new keyword, we create an object, right? So now we need to put this inside. Okay, I'm going to remove this because we don't need this for now. Okay, I'm gonna remove it. We don't need it. Okay, in another video I'm gonna teach you guys how to use the constructor. We don't need a constructor. We're gonna use the getters and the setters. That's what we need, right, for this class now. So now we're getting an object, right? Now we're gonna use the class scanner to get the input from the user, right? So we use scanner, and then we say system dot in, and then we have to import this class. Okay, so import the class scanner, right? Right. So the scanner class is being imported. Now I can use it to ask the user for input. Okay, so I can say system that out that print. I can ask the user, please enter the car or the vehicle brand. Okay, please enter the vehicle brand. So I can say string brand equals, right? And then I can say input next, and we're getting the information from here. Now if I print this for you guys to see it, if I print, brand, we're gonna get some information here. So I can run this and say please enter brand. I can say VNW, and then I get the print VNW. Okay, but I want to use this vehicle class, this vehicle object, and create an object with this structure here. Okay, so what I can do here is set the value. I can say vehicle, which is the name of the object, get the set value of the brand, and inside I can put brand, right? So I get the object name, right, which is created from this class that is here, and the object possesses a possesses a method called setBrand. It's right here, right? And the inside we're passing the brand, and the brand has a value of whatever I enter here. Okay, so we can do the same for the color, the year, and the price. So I'm gonna copy this. I don't have to type everything one after the other. So I can say please enter vehicle color. Okay, so I can say string color equals input that next, right? And then now I can set vehicle set color. Okay, I can do the same thing for the year. Please enter vehicle year, right? And I can say enter your year. I can say input that next, but this case, as the year is an integer, then I have to put next int, okay, because you're getting an integer. In this case we're getting a string, that's why we put next only, but when we get an integer I have to put next int. So now I'm gonna say vehicle, same process guys, vehicle that set year, and then inside I put year, right? I'm gonna do the same thing for the price, right? and then I'm gonna say vehicle. Well, actually first double price. Remember, price is a double, it's a decimal. And I can say input next double. Okay, as you can see, it changes depending on the type of the property you're entering. Vehicle, and then say set price. Okay, price. See, I just got all the information from this this part here. Okay, so now I can print that. I can say system the out the print, right? I can say car information. Well, let me be consistent because I've been using the word vehicle, so I'm gonna use here vehicle, right? Vehicle information, right? So I'm gonna put ln here so it prints. The next line will be printed below this. So I can say system the out the print, and then I can say name, right? And then I can say vehicle. So vehicle get brand. Actually, that's not name, it's brand. Okay. You see, we use the set for setting the value and get for getting the value. Okay. I can say ln here, and I can do this. I can do the same thing, but now with the color, right? I can say color here. I just copy and paste color, and they say here get color, right? Say here year, and they would say year, right? And they would say price, and for price I'm gonna put here the dollar symbol, right? And leave a space here. Actually, now no space. And then we say price. All right. So I'm gonna run this. Let's see how it works. Let's see. Enter vehicle brand. Let's say Toyota. Vehicle color, say black. Years 2019. And the price is $34.56. No, that's too little. 23,000 56 cents. Right? So vehicle information, brand Toyota, color black, year 2019, and price is to 23,056 cents. Okay, guys, you see how easily it can be done by creating an object from this class, right? And using the getters and the setters, and then with those setters and getters, I can set the values and get the values. So let me do something here. Maybe I can put this space here, a space, right? Space here, right? You can put a space here, and then below here I can put some stars, right? And then I can put some stars here below this, same thing. And then I can print this and do the same thing. Toyota, it's black, year 2019, 23,099 cents. All right, there you go. Okay, so it's a little, okay, what I'm gonna do is just leave space here. This is gonna look better. So when we do this \n, that's a break line. It breaks the line, okay? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it again, Toyota. I'm gonna do black, and then I can do 2019, 23,099 cents. And there you go. Okay, so we have this vehicle information, and then the information is right here. Okay, guys, so I hope you liked it and it was useful to you, and I will see you in the next lecture, in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. Have a great day.